Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, brothers and sisters, I hope you are healthy and doing well, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us from COVID-19 and more different diseases. So really very glad to communicating you. So welcome to the online class of international business. So today once again we have the lecture of international business. So dear brothers and sisters, if you remember, our last topic was based on standard of living. So this was our last topic. So today I want to elaborate the current topic by the name of a framework for analyzing international business environment. So dear brothers and sisters, so today once again we have the lecture of international business. So before I start the lecture, so kindly requesting listen up to the lecture to learn. The topic is called international business environment. So business has its own environment. So here we are talking based on international business. So of course international business has its own environment. So come to the introduction. Environmental analysis is defined as the process by which strategists monitors the economic, governmental, market, competitive, supplier, technological, geographic setting to determine opportunities, threats to their firms. So dear brothers and sisters, now in this current topic we are elaborating the international business. It means the environment of international business. So when international business, those who produce product and services, and basically they are making a decision, they are developing strategies based on international market, based on international geographic location. So these are very important factors to be considered, like economic, like government, market, competitors, supplier, technology, geographic. So these are very important elements for those who produce product and services to the global market, and as well, if as a business organization we want to promote the product and services, to produce product and services to the global market, so of course we make a decision. It means we make some strategies. So before we develop strategies, so these are important to identify, to learn, to understand, and to conduct a lot of information. Then we can find out opportunities, and we will be aware from different problems, challenges, and threats as well. So continue. The international factors are generally regarded to as controllable factors because company has control over these factors. It can alter or modify such factors as its personnel, physical facilities, organization, and functional means such as marketing mix to suit the environment. So dear brothers and sisters, there are in international market we have some factors which are controllable. As a business organization, if we want to produce product and services to the global market, to the global consumers, so we have some factors, we have some forces which are controllable, which is possible to deal, to control, to manage, to operate. For example, personnel. We have our own staff, we have our own employees, workers. So through these staff and workers, we can produce qualitative product and then send off to the international market. So this is one of the controllable factor. Another, marketing mix. So dear students, as you studied, you learned marketing max in marketing management back in second semester. So marketing mix basically consists of 4 P's. Marketing mix consists of 4 P's. For example, product, price, place, and promotion. As well, these are controllable factors. These are controllable forces. For example, clear? External environmental factors or external environmental forces such as economic factor, socio-culture factors, governmental factors, demographic factors, and geophysical factors, and so on. So these are uncontrollable factors. As a business organization, if we are dealing with international market, with the international geographic location, with international consumers, so there are some factors that we could not to control. We cannot to manage to deal 100% completely, because these are external environmental factors basically located outside of the business organization. It means these are located in international market, because we are talking on international base. For example, economic. Every country has its own economy. As a business organization, we cannot control the economy of a nation who are living across the border. As well, every country consists of their own or its own culture. It means language, it means education, it means religion. So as an international business organization, outside there in the international market, we cannot control the culture of different countries. We cannot control the different governments. We cannot control the demographic factors. Demographic control, we are talking based on human being, based on gender, maybe male, maybe female, based on age, based on child, young, old, baby, very old, male, female, education, income, and so on. And so these are like economical factors, cultural factors, government, and demographical factors. So these are external forces, external factors. As well, as a business organization, we don't have any ability to manage to control. We are not control these factors that I communicated before. Microenvironment. So dear students, microenvironment is the type of environment which is very small for a business. Small for a business, it means which are controllable factors, which is possible to control. Therefore, we can call the microenvironment. Microenvironment is the small type of environment, is the small type of or the small type of factors which is possible to be managed or controlled by a business organization. The microenvironment consists of actors, it means forces in the company's immediate environment that affect the performance of the company. These include the supplier. Business can easily deal, talk, and manage the suppliers. Suppliers are those who provide material or raw material for business, especially for further product production system. Marketing intermediaries. As well, business control such a kind of force by the name of marketing intermediaries. So who are marketing intermediaries? Who are they? Marketing intermediaries basically is the type of group, the type of people, the type of organization who are living between business and between final consumers. They are purchasing the product from business organization and carrying and sending them to the market to the general store, superstore, customer, consumers, retailer, and so on. So this is one of the controllable factor for business organization. It means business can control competitors. As well, business can control not the competitors, business can control the competitions. As a business organization, we cannot stop competitors from their daily activities, from their development. We cannot stop, but we can improve our condition, we can improve our technology, we can improve our activities, management, brand, promotion, advertisement, and so on. So this is called the type of controllable factors. And customers, what they need, what they want, and consumers, this is important to identify the basic requirement of them. Then we are producing products and services as a business organization for them. So these are controllable factors. These are micro environmental forces which is possible to control or manage by business organization. The macro environment. So dear students, the macro environment is the larger type of environment. The macro environment is the very huge type of forces that business cannot to control. So the macro environment consists of the large societal forces that affect all the actors in the companies. Micro environment, namely. So the demographic, economic, natural resources, it means the natural system, it means the weather, climate, condition like technological, political, and cultural forces. So yes. So dear brothers and sisters, these are some of macro environmental forces, the large type of forces, the large type of factors as a business organization we cannot control. For example, demographic. And demographic, we are studying the human being, the gender, male, female, income, age, education, and so on. Behavior, types of behavior, and so on. Economic. We cannot control the economic of a nation, the natural system of a nation, weather of a nation, climate of a nation, temperature of a nation, natural resources of a nation, technological forces, political forces, because every nation has its own political system. So and cultural forces, like culture consists of some important function, for example language, for example education, and the very important element is called a religion. So these are belong to the macro environmental forces. Macro mean the large environmental forces, the very huge type of forces that as a business organization we will not control them. Suppliers, an important force in the macro environment. So as I mentioned before, suppliers are the type of micro environmental forces. Micro environment is the type of small environment as a business organization we can control. For example, suppliers. Supplier are those who provide material or raw material for business. For example, an important force in the environment, micro environment of a company is the supplier. Those who supply the inputs like raw material and components, material, more different important raw material to the company, and then company working to the specific procedure, technology, and system to convert the raw material for finished good. So business control the suppliers. So check it out the picture. Suppose, for instance, let's check it out the picture. So for example, this is the organization who supply the material or raw material for business, and then business converting these raw material to produce the product. Got it? Yes. Customer as well, one of the controllable factor for business, as it is often exhorted the major task of a business is to create and sustain a customer. A business exists only because of its customer. Monitoring the customer sensitivity is the business success. Successful businesses are those who sustain the customer, who keep the customer, who satisfy the customer, who create not only the very strong relationship with the customer. This is called the success type of a business. This is called the success of a business. This is called really the unique type of a business. Clear? Without customers, business is nothing. Competitors. Another force which is belong to the micro environment, the small type of environment which is possible to control by a business organization. Competitors. If the consumer decides to go in for a TV, the next question is which form of the TV? Black and white or color? With the remote control or without it? In other words, there is a product from competitions. Finally, the consumers encounters the brand competitions. The competition between the different brand of the same product form. Competitors are those who produce similar product with the same consumer to the same consumers to the same market approximately with the same price. So as a business we are not alone. Competitions are everywhere. Competitors are everywhere, from local street to the global market, to the international market. As a business organization, we cannot control competitors directly, but we control ourselves. We can produce qualitative product and services. We can use very advanced technology. We can make our brand really very unique. We can bring some innovations and changes based on research and development. So therefore we can control the situations which is called competitors. Move. These are the competitors. These are the competitors, so we cannot stop them from development and growth. But we can run very fast. First we should analyze them, then we should make a decisions, and then we should make ourselves for development, for growth, and for running as well. Got it? Economic environment. Economic environment, economic conditions are the important external factors that constitute the economic environment of a business. The economic condition of a country, for example, the nature of economy, the stage of development of the economy level of income. So economic level, brothers and sisters, one of the external factors. A factor which is belong to the macro environment really which is very big, very large. As a business organization, if we want to control, so we cannot. One of them is called economic environment. Like Every nation has its own economy. Every country has its own currency, its own economy, its own economical level or stages as well. So as a business organization, we cannot control the nature of economy of a specific nation. It means we cannot control the overall economical situation of a country, of a specific nation. Political and legal environment. Once again, we are talking based on external environment, which is belong to the macro environment. Macro environment is basically the type of environment that we cannot control as a business organization. So there are some different types of forces that I studied before. One of them is called economic environment, another type is called political and legal environment. So dear brothers and sisters, so let's move to the topic by the name of political and legal environment, which is belong to the macro environment, the large type of environment not possible to control. So move. Political and government environment has a close relationship with the economic system. For example, the communist countries had a centrally planned economic system. In most countries, apart from those laws that control investment and related matters, there are a number of laws that regulate the conduct of a business. These laws cover such matters as standards of product packaging, promotion, and so on. Political and legal environment. So, dear student of BBA, student of international business, so this is very clear sentence. So you know better, every country has its own culture, its own or their own economy, as well their own political and governmental system. Some countries have capital system for the economy. Some country following the communist system for their country, and some country having or following the mixed economic system, and so on. So here every system, political system, consist of their own rule, regulation, policies, taxes, system, laws, principle, registrations, strategies, and so on. As a business organization, we cannot control the political condition of a specific nation to whom we are producing product and services. We are producing product and services, because every nation consists of their own political system. Got it? Yes. Socio, or we can call cultural environment. One of the external environment, once again, as a business organization, we cannot control. This is belong to the macro environment, the large type of business environment. Language, beliefs and values, custom and traditions, education and religion. As a business organization, we cannot control, we cannot change, we cannot manage the language system of a nation, the belief system, the standards of values, traditions, education, religion, and so on. As well, demographic. Once again, the specific topic that I want to talk based on demographic environment is basically belong to the macro environment. Macro environment is the type of environment which is not controlled by a business. Age compositions, sex compositions, gender, male, female, family size, old, young, populations, educational level, languages, religion, and so on. We cannot control. Natural environment. A natural environment like geographic and ecological factors such as natural resources, endowments, weathers and climate conditions, topographical factors, location aspects in the global context, port facilities, are all relevant to the business. So here we are talking based on natural environment, we are talking based on geographical location, we are talking based on weather, climate, condition, location. So these are the different types of factors which are called natural environment. A single type of a business or different types of a business, those who produce product and services maybe to the inside of the country, especially to across the border to the global market. So in short sentence, as a business organization, we cannot control. These are the factors which are out of control, which are uncontrollable factors, which are uncontrollable factors like location, like climate, like weather, like natural resources, like and so on. Physical and technological environment. Physical factors such as geographic factors, weather, climate condition may call for the modification in the product. So sweat the environment because these environmental factors are uncontrollable. So dear brothers and sisters, as I mentioned before, still we are talking based on macro environment, the type of environment that is not possible to control. So one of them is called geographical factors like weather, climate conditions, and so on. So as a business organization, we cannot control such a kind of factors. But if we want to produce the product and services, so this is important to identify the location, to understand about weather, about climate changes, about the location of country, and so on. So this is called uncontrollable factor. So come to the next topic, international environment. So brothers and sisters, there are a lot of functions, there are a lot of important points and international market and international environmental system that business must identify, that businesses have some responsibilities to find out such a kind of environment and then make strategies based on. So the very important points are export and import. So export and import, these are the two important factors, two important environment in international business. So every country has its own rule and regulation based on export and import. As a business organization, if we want to create a business relationship with the rest of the world, so this is important to conduct a lot of relevant information based on export and import. So every country has its own laws, rule, regulation based on export and import. Gate. Gate. So dear brothers and sisters, let's move to the new topic by the name of gate. So GATE stand for General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. Once again I want to repeat, so listen to learn. GATE is stand for General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. G A T and T. So this is the type of organization, international organization, such a kind of organization by the name of GATE or General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. So they are making decisions, they are making strategies to control the international trade, to control the international import and export, especially they are working to control the export, import, trade between those countries who having membership in GATE. So their economies were shattered. There was various stands on the political stand, on the political end. social system result in the widespread annihilations in the migration of a people. International peace was referred. Something had to be done to put these war-ravaged economic back in the shape. Simultaneously, the various colonies in Asia and Africa were acquiring political freedom, and there was urgent pressure on them for the rapid economic development and political stabilization. In this background, so come United Nations Organization, as well short form we can call UNO, was born on the collective wisdom of the world. Progressively, the UNO came to encompass the concern for the development in the economic, commercial, scientific, social, and cultural sphere of the member nations. General Agreement on Tariff and Trade (GATT), which was established back in 1947. So come to the main point by the name of GATT. GATT is the type of organization which was established back in 1947. The main task of GATT is to control the international trade between countries, to control the import and export, and make some specific rule, regulation, in laws for the international trade between different countries. So when UNO was established, the main establishment and objective of UNO, United Nations Organization, was to improve the economy of the world, economy of the different nations, to improve the technological system of different nations, to make some specific rule, regulation, in laws for international business organizations, to control the international trade between nations, to decrease the poverty, to provide the job opportunities, and so on. So one of them is called GATT, General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. This is one of the organizations like UNO as well like WTO, which was established back in 1947. The main objectives of GATT are to improve the economy, to make some strategies for the trade between nations, between countries, between different nations, and to improve the overall economical system of member countries, So come. So dear brothers and sisters, as I mentioned before, GATT was established back in 1947. So once again we want to talk based on the GATT. GATT consists of some rounds, some stages, some level of their life. So here we are talking the different stages of GATT, the different level of GATT. So for the first time, the first stage of GATT organization, or the first round of GATT organization, the earlier rounds of the GATT have achieved a limited measure of success. In the first round of talks held in the Havana in 1947, there are 23 countries which had formed GATT. At the first time when GATT was established back in 1947, so there were only 23 countries in this agreement by the name of GATT, General Agreement between Tariff and Trade. At the beginning stage, at first round or first stage, there were only 23 countries, and the GATT, they participated with the GATT back in 1947. Come to the second stage, or come to the second round. 10 more countries had joined GATT when its second round was held in France back in 1947. When GATT held The second round, so this was the situation that 10 or more than 10 countries were participated in the gate back in 1949, in France. Come to the round number third, phase number third, stage number third. The third round was organized in England back in 1950s to 1951. So there were 38 member countries who participated in GATE, and they adopted tariff reduction on 8,700 items. So the third round of GATE was held in England back in 1915, back in 1951. So there were 38 member countries who joined and participated in the GATE. So in this agreement, in this round, they talked and signed the agreement to reduce the tax level between those countries who had the business relationship, import and export, the relationship of economical relationship with each other. So in the round number third, the important point of to reduce the tariff. Tariff means to reduce the taxes with member countries. These 38 countries. The reduction of tax based on 8,700 different types of items. It means products. Round number fourth, phase number fourth or stage number fourth. The fourth stage or round of the World Trade negotiations were held in Geneva in 1955 till 1956. In this round, countries decided for further cut duties on goods entering. So let's move to talk based on the fourth round, fourth stage of GATE. So when GATE reached to the stage or round number 4, so they made the decisions to cut the duties on goods entering. As well, once again, they developed the strategies, they developed the some policies to cut down, to decrease the duties, to decrease the tariff between those countries who having membership with the GATE. So once again, they cut the taxation system, or they reduced the duties on, as well we can call the tariff on goods which are imported or exported from with different nations. So come to the round number 5th. The 5th round took place during 1960 till 1962 at Geneva. In this round, the negotiations covered the approval of Common External Tariff, CET, Common External Tariff. So of the European countries, and cut in customs duties amounting to the US $5 billion on 4,400 items. 26 countries participated in this round. So come to the round number 5th based on GATE. This was the 5th round belonged to the GATE. In this round, which took place during 1960 till 1962. So there were 26 countries who participated in this round. So the main concept in the main agenda in policy of this round was to cut the custom duties on export and import. Total, they cut the more than $5 billion US tax based on 4,400 different types of items and products as well. So the basic concept of 5th round was to decrease the tax level different countries are importing and exporting something to each other, so they having their own taxation system. So the main concept of fifth round was to reduce the amount of tax. So there were $5 billion were reduced or cuts from 4,400 different types of items, it means products. So dear brothers and sisters, this is our last topic. So we studied gate. We started from for first round till round number fifth. So this is the last topic. As a brothers and sisters, if you're having any problem based on this lecture, so kindly requesting please inform me. So thank you for listening.